Hello everyone, and this is my reflection about the chip manufacturing video. And hello, today I want to share my reflection on the journey of microchip. This tiny piece of technology starts as something simple, sand, but ends up powering some of the most advanced devices we use every day. Looking at how microchips are made gives us insight into human skill, creativity, and the challenges that come with creating technology. As I reflect on this process, I realize just how much these tiny chips mean to our lives, our society, and our future. This shows the complexity and precision in making microchips. One of the most amazing things about microchip production is how complex it is. Starting with a common material like sand, we turn it into highly advanced piece of technology. Each step requires incredible accuracy. Small changes or errors in this process can ruin an entire chip. This makes me appreciate how much effort and care goes into every tiny part of the chip making process. This also makes me think about how fragile how fragile the chip when this is processing or this is underwork. A single speck of dust can destroy a chip, which is why clean rooms where chips are made have to be perfectly clean. In some ways, this is similar to our lives. Sometimes, even a small mistake can have a big impact. So, creating microchips teaches us how about striving for perfection and being careful in what we do. And the impact of microchips on our lives are nearly in everything we use, like our phones, and the one I'm using here is my computer or my laptop, and cars, and even medical devices that use in hospitals. They make the modern world possible, and it's hard to imagine life without them. For example, the recently catastrophe that happened, the pandemic, or during the pandemic, microchips help us to stay connected through virtual meetings, or our work or remote work, and our online learning, or like our online classes. Without microchips, we wouldn't had a much harder time keeping things running. But as amazing as these chips are, they also raise some important questions. Do they make us too dependent on technology? Likewise, sometimes it feels like we're always online and real, or having a face to face interaction, and that shows that that is happening less. This makes me wonder how we can enjoy the benefits of microchip without losing what's important in our relationships and daily lives and relationships of our loved ones. And one of these is the environmental and ethical issues in chip production. This is one of my notes and my reflection about this video. Making microchips is totally not easy, and especially on the environment, it's not easy too. Why? It takes a lot of energy and can create a harmful waste. The materials needed for chips, for example, like silicon and other certain metals, are not all easy to get, and some of them are rare. Producing microchips reminds us that while technology helps us, it can also harm the planet if we're not too careful, and if we don't have a proper planning or strategic, it could harm the planet. There are also ethical issues in getting these materials. Some minerals used in chips come from areas where people work in poor conditions or where mining causes conflicts. This make me think about our responsibility as consumers and creators, especially me. I am an IT, so my interest is more on technologies and gadgets and related to this topic. And if we rely on these devices, like my laptop, for example, and that I'm using here, should we care about how they are made? Okay, this shows me the importance of supporting companies that value fair and safe working practices and protect the environment and the economic and global power in microchip production. Making microchip is more than just a technological task, and it's also a global issue. Countries like United States, China, and South Korea are very focused on this industry. Why? Because it affects their economies and power. These countries invest a lot in microchip production because they know that whoever leads in technology uh, leads in many other aspect or areas too. This became even clearer when there was a global chip shortage and industries around the world struggled. For example, cars and more importantly, computers and even medical devices couldn't be made as quickly because there weren't enough chips. This made me realize how much we depend on this small piece of technologies and how a shortage can affect everyone. It shows the need for cooperation between countries to make sure that the industries and people can keep moving forward. And by doing this, like for example, the part of this video is looking forward to the future. For example, the AI and the new technologies that will produce in the future. Looking to the future, microchips are essential for emerging technologies like artificial intelligence and renewable energy and self-driving cars. And as we make chips that are faster, smaller, and use less energy, use less energy, we open doors to new possibilities. For example, AI. AI is already changing the industries and helping us find solutions to complex problems like diagnosing illnesses or improving transportation. Okay, yet these advancements also bring new challenges. Technologies like AI can affect jobs and, for example, and raise questions about privacy. You don't know whenever you use your gadget, you have been already compromised by this AI. What are the possibilities, right? So I realized that it how important it is to think about not only how we create technology, but also how we use it in a ways that are safe and fair for everyone. So to conclude my video, my conclusion is that the journey of a microchip is about more than just technology. It represents the human creativity, the skill and responsibility, starting with the simple material Like I said from the early part of the video, like a sand, okay? We can create something that changes the world, but as we move forward, we also need to think the other part of the areas of this topic and the cost on the environments, on workers, and on society as a whole. And this makes me grateful for the minds behind these incredible devices. And they remind me that while technology can lead us to amazing things, we also have a duty to create and use it thoughtfully. If we balance progress with responsibility, we can build a future where technology serves not only our needs, but also our values and shared humanity. And that's all about of my reflection. And thank you, everyone.